Good morning, welcome to another little video. Ignore mess. That's a lot of mess I need to sort out. I thought I'd just do a really quick food shop haul. So I have just done like I'd say weekly order, but actually a lot of this stuff will last us way over a week. So it's kind of like getting bits that we've run out of and also, yeah, some stuff that we get through in the week. So this is a family of 3. So there's me, my other half, and our little 1-year-old. And I have ordered some things to kind of do some new sort of recipes. So I thought I'd just show you kind of what we get through and kind of talk you through some recipes that I'm hoping to do. And also I am going to do some cooking today because I batch cook a lot of food for my 1-year-old because he loves his food. Like he loves his shepherd's pie, he loves his veggie lasagna, his spaghetti bolognese, etc, etc. It's dinner time is easy, so I can just bring out a portion from the freezer, ping it, and then he's happy because he gets hangry. So let me just show you everything that I've got. So we'll start off here. We've got chips, which actually as a family we don't get through many chips, but these, oh my god, I don't know if you've ever seen them. I think they're new, but they are the best. They are so crunchy and fluffy on the inside. They're like everything you want from a chip. And this is a Sainsbury's haul, so you can get them in Sainsbury's. This I've really been enjoying recently. I just shoved that in the freezer because it's such an easy meal, and obviously post-op it's nice to have something that I can just shove in and have that with some salad. Here I've got some chili and lime chicken breast fillets. So what I want to do is like a Buddha style bowl. I'll show you the other ingredients I've got to have with that, but I want to cook those up and have them cold in the fridge. Same with the salmon. I want some proteins for my salad bowls. This is for Alfie, so I'll be making a shepherd's pie. This is good just to have in case I decide to whip up a spag bowl for me and the other half, or he has that with a pasta sauce sometimes. It's nice and easy. We get through a lot of milk in this house. We've got this lovely juice actually. This normally is like, I think it's like £4.50, but it was on offer for £2.50 and I'll only get that on offer. In fact, there's a lot of things I'll only get on offer. I don't regularly buy as a weekly thing. However, saying that, this we get through about 3 of these a week. Little boy loves Greek yogurt with some mashed up fruit, which is why I bought raspberries. So if we mash up about 5 raspberries or 6 raspberries, mix it with this Greek yogurt and nothing else, he absolutely loves that. Avocados for mummy. That's my staple breakfast, is avocado toast or avocados with nuts and tomatoes. Broccoli to go with the shepherd's pie. We've got tomatoes, which I get through on a weekly basis, easy, and I just swear by getting the nice ones because there's no point in buying the really cheap watery ones in my opinion. Another quick and easy dinner for the other half. Cucumber, part of my salad. This depressed me hugely. So, broccoli. 2 courgettes, £1.76. So I've got a courgette plant I'm trying to grow because I do put a lot of this in Alfie's dinners, and also I like it in salads, raw and fried or roasted. But yeah, my courgette plant, since I was in hospital, is I didn't get to look after it, so that's, you know, we'll try another time. Potatoes for the shepherd's pie. Apples I eat just as a snack. Bananas, again, we get through this in a week because Alfie has a banana every day. Onions for my cooking, for the shepherd's pie and spag bowl, etc. This I really want to put in my Buddha bowl type thing, or my salad bowl. So I know it's lazy, but I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to ping it. And probably have half each meal. So I'll have that with some probably roasted courgette, maybe some broccoli, tomatoes, obviously, my salmon or my chicken. And also these were on offer. I'm either going to make a hummus or I'm going to roast these with like paprika and salt and put that as part of this. I'm really tempted to like kind of cook everything up. So cook a load of this, cook a load of courgettes and have it in Tupperware so I can just mix and match, but we'll see how that goes. We also get through a lot of chopped tomatoes in this house. This we tend not to use as much anymore, but that's just for a quick meal in case the other half wants spaghetti bolognese. I've got 3 tins of chopped tomatoes. We've got tuna in case I do a tuna pasta bake. I've got Branston beans here. So normally I go for the Sainsbury's own or the own brand beans, but they just don't have them in stock at the minute apparently, so that's interesting. And this is new to my my pantry, I guess. I go through so many of these at the minute. The garlic one's the best, so that's why I've got 4. But if I'm making a spag bowl or if I want a quick dinner, this is good to add to the spag bowl to add an extra bit of flavour. Or obviously I can just mix that through with some pasta and a bit of parmesan, and that's nice. But I found adding them to like a homemade sauce adds a lovely kick of flavour. This is a staple in the house. We've got some nice tea, so we go through tea quickly. I'm not a tea drinker, but my other half is, so that's cool. And again, he loves his brown baguettes. This, oh my God. I found this in my cupboard before we moved. I bought this actually in our old house. And I found it, I was really fancying cookies and I was Googling cookie recipes and I found this in my cupboard and I thought, oh my God. And I added extra chocolate chunks from like a chocolate bar, this sort of thing, just like a cooking chocolate, and they were the best. I demolished them, so I thought, well, they're good to have in the cupboard and they're egg free. So my little one can have them without worrying about an egg flare up because he's allergic to eggs at the minute. These are really good. These are so good, like with a bit of cottage cheese, cream cheese, or even just as it is, or just a bit of like cooked chicken with it. Like they are such a lovely snack. Olive oil, don't talk to me about how expensive olive oil is at the minute. We've run out and usually I go to Aldi and I'll buy theirs, but obviously I'm not allowed to drive at the minute, so I had to bite the bullet and buy an extortionate olive oil, but it was on offer, so I don't even know how much that cost, don't ask me, I don't want to look. And then these we get through, not as often as we used to, but obviously it's always a staple to have some good condiments in the house. So moving on to here, I have bought these dates. So what I want to do is stuff them with some peanut butter, and then I want to coat them in some melted chocolate, and then a sprinkling of freeze-dried strawberries. Is that blurry? Because I think I'm a bit low on iron after the blood loss in the surgery, so I think that should help. Some dried fruit, and I want to kind of make them and let them set in the fridge, pop them in a Tupperware, and then I can just go for it. I can just grab a chocolate covered date and that'll just be like a beautiful little treat. This is lovely, something that we like to have in the evenings after Alfie's down, after dinner. We watch telly, we have a bit of chocolate, which is, you know, naughty but nice. And then moving on to stuff for Alfie. These are really good. I find these such a quick and easy dinner. So I can pop this in the microwave. We tend to try and microwave it out of the plastic just because, you know, worried about microplastics, but hey ho. And I add sweet potato, sometimes baked beans and some cheese. And he loves that as a really quick and easy dinner, or a lunch actually. That's a great lunch for when he's not at nursery. He devours these. And the own brand, actually, Sainsbury's own brand, are just as nice, but a lot of the time I order them and then they sub it with this. I think people just buy out the own brand all the time, so it's fine. They're just as lovely, but the own brand are like so much cheaper. They're like a third of the price, so he loves these. He loves like the banana flavour, the strawberry flavour. They're great to take to nursery with a banana and some homemade yoghurt. So that's his snacks for nursery, and then they give him lunch there. And again, he has one of these after dinner. It's like I'm training him to be like me, hey? We sit on the sofa and we read a story, and we have a jammy biscuit, and he loves it. He loves opening the packet because they're individually wrapped. He loves it. That is his little treat before bed, and then he has a bath in bed, and that's our little moment, which is nice. And he's not big on savoury snacks, so he's had these before, and this has been the only hit with a savoury snack. So I thought, we're going to be going on some picnics soon. I thought I'd buy these and see if he can enjoy them again. We'll see. If not, I'll eat them because I'm a crisp fiend. Tissues, these are the best in my opinion. They're like really cheap and they're really soft. They're like 90p or £1 for a box. Tissues these days are weirdly expensive, so I find them really handy and I just chuck them in the cupboard. I've needed this Viacal, so I found this lovely fresh scent. I didn't know they did different scents for Viacal, but I'm finding a lot of limescale build-up, so I need to start using that around taps and things like that. And then Dash, very nice, love some Dash. Regina, or whatever it's called. This again, I will only get if it's on offer because this is like extortionate, but when it's on offer, it's quite reasonable. So I stock up when it's on offer. We got paracetamol because your girl needs that at the minute. And again, we use Neat. So this It's a bit dented now, but it's great. It's a great refill, and I get that when it's on offer. Quite regularly on offer, this one, so that's when I get it, and I pop it in the under the sink cupboard, and I've always got some to hand. And then also the treat of the day is this. I ordered one bunch of tulips. You can get a small bunch for £3.50. I thought, do you know what, like, this is pretty tiny for £5, so I thought I'll just order one. And then the chap who delivered all this food said, "We'll go look for your flowers." And I said, "Oh, thank you." And I was unpacking, and he came in with 2 bunches, and he walked up like this. And he goes, "Will that do?" And I said, "Oh, that's very kind, thank you." I said, "Perfect." And I saw that there were 2. And he said, "Oh, there's an old people's home up here, and they order so many flowers, bunches." He goes, "I got about 30 bunches of flowers," or something like that, in the back there. He said, "Honestly, I don't know whose is whose." He goes, "So would you like these 2?" And I said, "Yes, please," because I feel like I would love flowers. So that was really kind. I got an extra bunch of flowers. It was one of those things where I didn't say, and he didn't say, but we kind of knew. And I was like, well, I ain't gonna say no. I've just spent a shit ton of money in Sainsbury's, and old people have got 30 odd bunches. So, and then he said, actually, the manager there also orders some loads of dried fruit. The manager there also orders some loads of fresh fruit every week. He's like, "I've got boxes of blackberries and strawberries." And I said, "God, that's where I used to live, in my old town, in my old village." I said, "At least I know where I'm retiring to. And when I get old, I'm going to go in that old people's home." Get all my berries and my flowers. Anyway, so that is our food shop haul. Let me just find out how much it costs. So this cost a grand total of £141, which is a hell of a lot. It's a hell of a lot of money these days. I think it's down to things like this being £7 on offer, something extortionate. The dash is £6.50. I ordered Aqua Libra or something, which was like £2.50, but they subbed it for that. I only noticed when he left, looking through my receipt, and he didn't say it. Normally they're pretty good at saying. So, I mean, I have got some meats. I've got a little bit of cheese. Otherwise it's veggies. That yogurt is expensive. I guess that's £2.50, but I would rather Alfie ate unsweetened, really good, thick yogurt to fill him up. So there's things that I will like make a sacrifice for, but equally, like £141, I mean, it is very expensive. And I have got some nice things. I've got the dates, I've got the crisp breads, but damn, even this was on offer. I wouldn't have got that unless that was on offer at £2.50. But it's also expensive. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna do some cooking. I'll do the shepherd's pie, and I've got to finish off the veggie lasagna, which I made yesterday, and hopefully cook up some stuff for my Buddha bowls or my salad bowls. So we will see how that goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is just a quick video of a quick haul, and that's life these days. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.